Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Alex Finney in for Jamie Langley. Okay, let's get right to it. Breaking right now, Birmingham fire crews are investigating a suspicious package. This is what we know so far. You're looking at a live look at the scene on Ridge Park and Ireland Way. Hazmat crews are also on the scene. We, of course, are working to learn more as crews investigate. So stay with us here on air throughout the show and online for the latest details, WIAT.com. Also breaking right now, Russia's ambassador to Turkey is dead after being shot during a speech. Authorities say Andrei Karlov was at an art exhibit at the time in the Turkish capital when shots were fired. Witnesses say the gunman shouted, "God is great, don't forget Aleppo and Syria," before opening fire. Police shot and killed the gunman. New at noon, new details in a weekend double homicide. The Jefferson County coroner has released the names of those victims. The coroner's office says 42-year-old Quintel Alexander and 35-year-old Trinetta Pendleton were discovered by firefighters in a burning home. Now, it happened early Sunday morning on 17th Street, Ensley. Birmingham police say Alexander and Pendleton had been shot. We know that one neighbor says her church is actually planning a prayer walk in the neighborhood to inspire others to make Ensley a safer place.
To keep walking until, something happens. And as we walk, I pray that we would magnify other people and they be magnet to us and join in with us. And not about, well, I got this. And it ain't about that. It's about us coming together as a people, not as a race, but as a people.
That prayer walk will take place at Greater New Beginning Apostolic Church next month. If you have any information that could help in the investigation, you are asked to call Birmingham Police or Crime Stoppers. Turning our attention to this story, new at noon, we have an update to a deadly accident we first told you as breaking news on the CBS 42 Morning News today. We now know Tuscaloosa County investigators say a person is dead after being hit by a car on Interstate 2059. A witness told police she was traveling northbound near mile marker 97 when she felt something hit her car. Now, state troopers say there was damage to the top of that woman's car, but no damage to the front. The victim was found in the road and an investigation is still underway. Happening now, a funeral is underway for a Shelby County mother. Constance Woolweaver was found shot to death last week at her Highland Lakes home. 37-year-old Adam Burris is facing charges in her death. Woolweaver was a mother of two. She and Burris had a business relationship and a personal friendship. Services are being held today at Briarwood Presbyterian Church. New at noon, more than 36 people are protesting President-elect Donald Trump at the Alabama state capitol. It comes as electors get ready to cast the state's 9 electoral votes for Trump. Here's what we know. There's been intense pressure on electoral voters across the nation to oppose the president-elect, ignoring the popular vote in their state. Trump won 306 electoral college votes on November 8th. Only 270 were needed to win. Now, Trump's chief of staff spoke out against the push from protesters.
It's about Democrats that can't accept the outcome of the election. It's about delegitimizing the American system. It's not going to work.
So far, Texas elector Chris Supran is the only electoral college member to publicly say that he won't vote for Trump. Instead, he'll vote for Ohio Governor John Kasich. Turning our attention now to this story, we've been covering it since 6 this morning. You see there a water main break that shut down parts of Montgomery Highway in Hoover. Hoover police say it happened around 6 this morning. Birmingham Waterworks crews were on the scene making those repairs. The bridge over the Cahaba River remains closed because of icy conditions. New at noon, documents show the cost to send Tuscaloosa native Justin Ross Harris to prison for life. They'll run about $550,000. Harris was sentenced earlier this month to life in prison without parole after being found guilty in the death of his toddler son Cooper. The Atlanta Journal-Constitution says Georgia taxpayers spent about $275,000 for Harris's defense, plus payment for the prosecution's lodging and moving the trial to Brunswick. Developing now, an off-duty officer is recovering after being shot over the weekend. Jasper police say Shelby Luttrell was shot twice at the High Forest apartment Saturday night. According to them, there was an altercation before shots were fired. A suspect was taken into custody.
Well, it makes us feel great knowing that he suffered 2 gunshot wounds, but he's going to be recovered 100%. The doctors believe that he's going to make a full recovery, and it's going to be a lot quicker than what we expected.
Luttrell is a part-time officer and SWAT instructor with the Cordova Police Department. He works full-time with Alabama Power. Happening today, Hoover City Council members will discuss a new interchange in the city. The $2 million project has strong support both for and against it. Listen to this. The project includes a ramp stretching from South Shades Crest Road to I-459. The hope is to ease traffic for residential areas near the interstate. And as it stands right now, traffic is always backed up on Highway 150, which is the only access point to the interstate. The city would have to buy land near the area first. Now, some people, well, they say they aren't so sold on the idea because of potential issues.
Most everyone wants commercial business right off the interstate. You see convenience stores, you see smaller restaurants. That's not anything that most of these people down here would want. Once again, could bring more crime and a lot of traffic, and we just don't have room for it down there. Not anywhere down there.
All right, well, we will definitely keep our eye on that. The city council meeting meets tonight at 6 o'clock. All right, new at noon, take a look at this. That is a meteorologist in South Dakota who decided to have a little fun in the brutally cold temperatures. Matthew Ducks blew bubbles onto a frying pan, and then, well, the bubbles froze almost instantly. You can imagine why, making it easy to shatter. You're probably wondering, well, how cold was it, right? Get ready for this. Nearly negative 24 degrees in the area when Ducks decided to conduct this little experiment. Very, very cold, Ashley.
Yeah, absolutely. And there you could see him actually tossing boiling hot water, and it vaporized almost instantly. And that's because those temperatures were terribly cold. And we think it's cold here, but take that minus sign out in front of those numbers that they're seeing up there in Sioux Falls. Ours is at least above freezing by 1 degree. We're sitting at 33 now, but when you add in those winds out of the north at around 12 miles per hour, it still feels like 24 outside. It's an overcast start to the day. Those clouds still sticking around through the early part of this afternoon, and we're now seeing temperatures back in the lower 30s in Cleveland, 31 in Coleman, 35 in Double Springs. But again, adding in those winds, it feels much colder out there. As we break down the rest of the afternoon, I do think highs will touch that 40-degree mark briefly, but doesn't look like we're going to get there very quickly. Some places may be hard pressed to get there. By 9:30 tonight, back in the 20s and 30s, and as you wake up tomorrow morning, temperatures hovering right around the freezing mark yet again. So is there a warm up in sight? I'll break that down ahead in your Storm Track 7-day forecast.
All right, thanks so much, Ashley. New at noon, we have this to report to you. A truck driver is dead after crashing a big rig carrying Postal Service packages. Hundreds of holiday gifts spilled onto the road in California. Officials say the truck hit an abandoned minivan on the side of the road, then slammed into a freeway sign. The post office is making arrangements for those packages. And for many of you that may know, today is the busiest mailing day of the year. Just a few days till Christmas. And speaking of Christmas, shoppers will be out in full force today and the rest of the week for the last shopping week before Christmas. And we, of course, want to make sure you all are safe out there. Hoover police are asking people to be aware of the heavy traffic and remember to always be aware of your surroundings. Some tips: don't park next to vans or cars with heavy tint. Park somewhere else. You always want to see who you're parking next to. And also avoid shopping alone and never walk through a parking garage by yourself. Police also want shoppers to make sure their car doors remain locked. Take a listen.
Criminals use their eyes first. They're going to look inside of a car. They're not going to break into a car on the off chance that something's going to be in there. They're going to look in, and if they see something that they think is valuable, then they're going to possibly try to break in.
Police are also asking for residents to be on the lookout for package thefts from homes. Of course, you know that we have been talking about that throughout the last month or so. Be aware of that and make sure that if you are getting a package shipped to your house, be home. If you're not, have someone pick it up to make sure that it's not stolen. All right, turning our attention now to this story, new at noon. Evacuations are underway in the Syrian city of Aleppo. Nearly 50 children trapped in an orphanage were among thousands rescued overnight. Tens of thousands of people are believed to still be in the city. This morning, the United Nations Security Council voted unanimously to send staff to monitor the evacuations.
The other thing the resolution does is it allows for UN presence inside those parts of eastern Aleppo that have been conquered by these brutal militia and by the brutal government. And I think that's also a significant measure if implemented.
The UN will send 113 people to perform monitoring tasks. Turning our attention now to North Carolina, new at noon. Which word rules them all this year? Well, actually, we're going to go to this story. The Webster Dictionary revealed that the answer to this question, if you're wondering what the word is that has been so popular this year, it may surprise you. Take a listen.
And the word of the year for 2016 is surreal, which is an interesting word, and it's a word that's actually relatively new to the English language. The reason it's the word of the year is that most words that are looked up frequently in the dictionary don't have a lot to do with the news.
Webster says that there were spikes in searches for the word surreal after major events like terror attacks in Brussels and Nice. Editors say the largest spike in searches for the word followed last month's presidential election. Well, your time right now, it is 12:11. A new version of a beloved game hits the App Store, but fans, well, they aren't so happy. Straight ahead, the backlash that has Nintendo shares dropping. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone. Okay, happening today, First Lady Michelle Obama is talking about what she plans to do after leaving the White House. Mrs. Obama sat down for a final interview with Oprah Winfrey, but the First Lady is already coming under fire for one comment during the interview. Take a look.
See, now we're feeling what not having hope feels like. You know, hope is necessary. It's a necessary concept. Yeah. And Barack didn't just talk about hope because he thought it was just a nice slogan to get votes. I mean, he and I and so many believe that what else do you have if you don't have hope? Yeah. What do you give your kids if you can't give them hope? You know, our children respond to crises the way they see us respond. You know, it's like the toddler that bumps his head on the table, and they look up at you to figure out whether it hurts. And if you're like, oh my God, they're crying. But if you're like, you know what, babe, it's okay. It's okay. And I feel that way.
All right, well, the First Lady did not mention Donald Trump by name. However, he did respond to the First Lady's comment on Saturday in Mobile, Alabama, saying that the First Lady must have been talking about the past. And you, of course, can hear more from the First Lady. We're going to have that interview, including if she has plans to run for office right here on CBS 42. The Oprah interview will air at 7 o'clock tonight, so don't miss it. All right, turning our attention now to Nintendo. A lot of people love this game, new at noon. Nintendo's stock falls following an eagerly awaited smartphone game, Super Mario Run. Shares plunged more than 7% today, bringing its total decline to 11%. The game hit the Apple Store on Thursday, and millions of fans paid $9.99 to unlock all the game's levels. But many users weren't so happy. There are also concerns about fans paying one big fee instead of smaller ones inside the game. Nearly 25,000 reviews in the App Store were lukewarm or negative. Okay, well, your time right now, it is 12:16. After the break, one movie soars above the rest at the box office. Coming up, just how much did the new Star Wars flick bring in on opening weekend? We'll let you know. Hey, Ashley.
Well, turning our eyes to the skies right now, it's a cloudy look over Highway 280. This is our newest camera addition to Grand View as we're looking across the skies there near Inverness. Temperatures are going to hold in the mid-40s throughout the afternoon, but look, we'll drop quickly back into the 30s by 6 o'clock. That cold air is blasting across mainly the midsection and northeastern part of the nation right now. Can you believe it? Temperatures in Washington, D.C. a degree warmer than they are here in Birmingham. As I showed you earlier, add in those winds out of the north, 10 to 15 miles per hour. The 33 in Birmingham feels more like 19. Feels more like the teens in Coleman right now, in the lower 20s in East Alabama, where Center's at 34, Anniston's at 37. As I break down the remainder of your day, here's a look at those temperatures this afternoon. I do think that we'll hit 40 in some locales, but some places may be hard pressed. If you're below 35 right now, I think you may be hard pressed to see 40 today. If you're above 35 right now, you'll have a better chance of seeing the lower 40s later this afternoon. But area-wide by 10 o'clock tonight, we're all back in the 20s and 30s. We're starting at that point tomorrow morning as well. It's going to be another cold start to our Tuesday with temperatures at 10 o'clock tomorrow in the low 40s and afternoon highs tomorrow back in the mid-50s. Sun shines back through the middle of the week, and it looks like a small chance of rain on Thursday. Christmas weekend, we have Christmas Eve on Saturday, Christmas Day on Sunday. Only a slight chance of rain as we move into the weekend. And that's a look at your Storm Track 7-day forecast. Alex?
All right, thanks so much, Ashley. Well, your time right now, it is 12:21. After the break, he may be retired from TV, but one comedian is still working behind the scenes. We're going to take you to a story involving Jon Stewart, who is doing everything he can for survivors of 9/11.
You're watching the CBS 42 News at Noon.
Welcome back, everyone. Okay, let's go to it. Entertainment news. No surprise here. Star Wars crushes the competition at the box office. Rogue One, a Star Wars story, brought in $155 million in its opening weekend, beating out The Office Christmas Party and a few other movies as well. It's Disney's first spin-off in the Star Wars universe. The film follows a group of rebels stealing the plans for the Death Star. And now turning our attention to this story at noon, comedian Jon Stewart is working to help 9/11 survivors and first responders sign up for health care coverage. Stewart held an event Sunday at the 9/11 Museum in New York. Stewart has worked to help survivors gain coverage through the recently extended Zadroga Act and a compensation fund for 9/11 first responders. Experts say there may be thousands of others who qualify for coverage but don't use it. Okay, well, your time right now, it is 12:25. Don't go anywhere. We've got a whole lot more right after the break.
You're watching the CBS 42 News at Noon.
All right, everyone, welcome back. But that is all the time we have right now here on the CBS 42 News at noon. Be sure to join us at 5 o'clock. CBS 42 News continues then.